I've got a Subaru WRX. It's my third one, so I love them. I love the way they handle, and I want to get to know how to drive them a little bit better. And I came out here because I've known Dean, the driver who's training me. I've known him for about 25 years now, so he said, come out, check it out. Yeah, look, my hands have stopped shaking. I've only been off the track for about 2 minutes now, but it was a lot of fun. So Dean drove the car first, and he sort of showed me what it can do and how it can handle around corners. And it's a little bit wet out here today, so Andy's foot slipped off the brake pedal as we went into the second corner, so we got a little bit sideways and a bit of a flick out the back. And then we did 2 laps like that, and then they threw me into the driver's seat. And yeah, it was fun. It was scary. I think you are a lot lighter on than you can be with the car. Like, he was going a lot harder, but I was braking a lot earlier, I think, and braking a lot harder and not going as hard in and out of the corners and not using the full width of the track. I kept looking in my mirrors, like expecting someone to come up and overtake me. So I think you can kind of forget about that and just concentrate on what's in front of you. And the one thing he was saying is I was looking too close at the corners and not looking ahead. They're looking at the next corner, what's coming up after that, whereas I was just panicking. I got it lost a little bit of traction through that same corner that Dean lost it in, so I felt all right about that. And I probably didn't give it as much as I could have in the straight, so maybe in the next round out I'll wind it out a little bit. But yeah, so the comparison between the first run and the last run, felt a lot more comfortable in the car and knowing what the car could do and when to brake and how heavily you could go into a corner and where to come out of the corner. So you just knew the shape of the track a lot more and the lines that you had to take. And also the track had dried out a fair bit from the first run to the third run, so it actually was kind of good. So in the first run you probably held back a little bit more because you felt like the car was going to slide, and it did a lot when I was out by myself in the second run, particularly out on turns 2 and 3. I kept losing it. On this run I had an instructor with me on my final run. Dean was back in the car with me. It was dry. Didn't lose it once out there. Felt a lot more comfortable. Felt like I got a lot more power going out of the turns. I hadn't learned to drift, which is a bit of a disappointment, but and I could only get it up to 180. I couldn't get it above 180 in either straight. I was a little bit disappointed with that, so I'm going to have to sell the WRX and step up, because I absolutely got torched by one of the Ferraris that was out there coming out of that last turn. It didn't really matter that I pulled to the side to let him pass because it was going to happen anyway. So, but yeah, it was a fantastic day. Only 3 times out in the track, and I felt like I improved really quickly, and great instruction, and yeah, I'd highly recommend it. It was fantastic. It was just such a great day.